Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. Go up a little bit. There. It doesn't quite do the concrete, but it does do everything else. So I can do a line all the way along here where I've gone and built all of this landfill. And I can do an extra line of these all the way through. I won't do any more than that until the robots are finished doing all their building, because otherwise it's going to choke the game up too much again. And at this point, we don't really want to choke everything up. So I can put this in. If power, after I've done this line here, and we've got the line down the bottom, if power is too much of a major problem, we will have to take a break from increasing our science production, which is a bit of a shame because I kind of want to get that science all finished. I mean, I will go back and I will finish making those squares of science, but all the ingredients we'll possibly have to take a break from doing that, so that we can get the rest of this underway. Right, I'm going to put you to there. Right now, what else have I got? You know, I still want to put all of that over that way. Right, I got a lot more yet still to do. Alright, let's do it. We will go up that far. I'll bring it out like that. I'll run over to here. And take it out to there like that. And I will also... may as well go out that little bit further so we can take it right out across that corner over there. And I will leave the rest of it. I won't do any more for a minute. We will let that finish doing what it's doing. That one there is catching up quite nicely. So what I can do is I can put another request for that in a minute. But we're still going to be waiting on lots of concrete and reinforced concrete and stuff like that. So I've got a lot of requests in here for everything to be finished building, and that is the bit that does tend to slow things down. It's having all of those build requests. That's where we get our problems. Let's run along this way. How far do I want to run? I want to go all the way over to here. I will take that far. Down to there. I've got a green chest here somewhere. Oh, there's the green chest. What have I got in it? Oh, I've got repair packs in there. Right, they're going to all have to be moved. Well, they can be moved. I can leave that, and I can put down another round of these along here, and then I really will leave the robots to catch up with all of their building work, because otherwise I'm going to end up needing another 40 hours of gameplay to just be able to catch up on this bit. Let me just put these in a minute. Right. I have a line of these all requested. All the way along. Like that. So there's a load of them requested down here. And I got a load of them requested up here. Plus we've got a load of trees requested for removal up there. And then I've got little bits of landfill that are left down here to finish off as well. I've got 1,740 objects are missing construction robots. How are we doing with these? These are actually all being put down, and they're being put down pretty quickly. Power at the moment, everything is switched off because the sun has been switched off. 121,000 solar panels. What I'm hoping is that once the daylight comes back, we'll have enough solar panels coming in that we will at least start to be able to build up a bit more charge in our accumulators. I'm noticing I'm getting little spikes coming here on the accumulators. I've got power coming in from them, and that's because as the robots are putting things down and power lines are being connected up in different places, some of the accumulators have built up charge by being next to solar panels, and now it's pushing it back into the system. It's not taking it really super fast, but it is taking it a bit. Eventually, we will catch up with the power here. Right, I'm done on there. I'm finished over here. I've got... Actually, I've done everything over this side that I want to do now, so I need to head back to
where we were working on our science, that's going to be my next little project, is working through the science. Power is starting to come back up, so I will show you once the power reaches maximum again, and we'll see if we're making any progress with storing a bit of power in the accumulators to help everything run just that tiny little bit faster. Just checking out a few of the different bits that are being brought up and built. We've got a load of concrete being built up here. Our network, all of our construction robots are out and flying. They're all busy doing something. So I'd like to just take a look at how they're going. Show the logistics bots. Like that. So we've got clouds of robots heading up this way. Those have got concrete on them, so they're placing down the concrete in underneath. I've got the trees up here. They're very rapidly ripping out all of those trees. Once they're done, then we'll see about removing the roboports here and putting down some more of the squares, although I'm going to leave all of those squares until everything else that I've requested down here has been put. I've got the last of the trees being ripped up down here. These solar panels that we had requested over this side, most of those have now been put in place. We've got a big line of things coming over here. A lot of this is concrete being put down. But we have got the concrete there, which it's made a difference to the speed how everything is being built. And this is all the accumulators being put down in this little network that we have put up there. All those 10 squares of accumulators. So an extra 4,500 accumulators added to our total, which should make a pleasant difference to everything running. Keeping everything fully operational. So I got a lot of robots that are very, very busy over here. Right? A huge number of robots that are very busy, but look at them go. They're all pouring out across, carrying timber as they go, which is excellent. They're being highly efficient up here. And I got another big horde of them heading up, and these are taking roboports and lights and power lines and everything else to start filling in more of those up there. And we'll have much the same heading over this way. I've got several empty ones, but I got more with accumulators and a few extra bits heading down that way as well. So they're doing really nicely. They're doing really, really well. Actually, I'm just going to leave that on, because when we're not on the map, it doesn't seem to make any difference to our frame rates. So what I want to do next was start putting in the different sciences. I think I will set up the blue science first, because I've got the thing with the blue science is I've already got just about everything that I need for keeping that one running. Right, we've got some big squares for the blue science. If you look here, right, we've got a lot of advanced circuits being made, we've got a lot of sulfur being made, and we've got a lot of engine units being made, because the sulfur is needed for the processing units. We've definitely got lots of red circuits, and the engines are needed for the robot frames. So we've already got a whole load of that stuff. So a square of this, I don't need to go and make other squares in order to keep this all up and running. So I will request, how much, hang on, let's see. We want 1 sulfur, 3 advanced circuit, 2 engine units. In which case, we will go 300 of those, 100 of those, and 200 of these. Like that. That's what we will do for our request. So I'll drop that into there. And then I'll run along this way. And that is... I'm looking at that. It's slowly assigning them. It is... Right, they are getting all assigned. It's taking a minute or two just to figure it out. Because of the... Mostly, I think, because of the all the construction that we've got underway at the moment. But also because of everything that we've got going on the map. Like, we have got a huge amount of things going on everywhere. I've got 100,000 logistic robots in the air now, plus 25,000 construction bots. And more logistics bots are taking off as we speak. Right, there's more and more of them. It makes a difference having a power shortage. And we've still got a power shortage. Power shortage is our big problem. And that's what seems to be slowing us down more than anything. Which is making me think that this whole idea of copying that there, that entire section right there, if I was to copy that one out, bring it down here, and drop it down here somewhere, I don't think that would be a bad idea at all. And I think I could do that. Not there, but right here. I think I've got enough space to be able to copy that entire thing right down here. In order to do that, we're going to need to... Right, well that doesn't need to change. And I've got grid over here. The grid is linked, so they will just fly across this bit. We can do this. We can absolutely do this. Right, I'm gonna start working on building a new line down through here. So I'm gonna take it from... Right, well, we'll go from there. Let's get this grid here. Robo network here. Like that. Everything connects up onto that one, so that will all run into there. Where am I going to want to run this? That's got to go straight down there, I think. Down to this point, and then out across that way, because it's in here that I want this whole grid laid out. It's whether that one there is going to be in the way. I'm going to have to count this bit up and get that absolutely exact. The only problem we've got is I don't have radar right in the middle of that. Realised I didn't have any radar. Have I got radar up on the side here, maybe? No, I don't. Let's put one of those in. I'm carrying a few around, so I've got a thing I can put there. Let me just drop a radar down there. Like that. And... drop one there. It might be enough to reach over and uncover that. I've got one right there, so it's not much. Might need one over on this side. Put one over here somewhere. Get another one. Put one there, like that. Right. That ought to help. Just uncover that little square there in the middle. Anyway, I've got this bit down here. So if I'm coming out to there, I'm going to want to run that in a straight line down this way with landfill. So I've got to take this here, and that's the actual bit of landfill there that I want. I'm going to want to run that down here, down that way. Right, that's as far as I can get at the moment. That's going to take a minute or two, because remember, we've also got all of this being built, and that does take a while. Let that carry on building. How's the power doing? Power is not made a lot of difference at the moment. Okay, all of the blue science, the requests for the blue science, that seems to be working quite nicely. I'm down to 54,000 logistics robots spare on here. This is the thing, is that the spare robots, and a lot of this is because of the lack of power. The lack of power does seem to make a difference for the number of robots that you end up getting in the air. The more power shortages you get, the more issues you have with robots not being in the air. Right, blue science has now been completed. We go to our map, and we come down over here. We find the other blue science build that I've got. Also, that build there, that can all be gotten rid of. Deconstruct. You can disappear. And you can disappear. And then over this side, that lot there, load of blue science right there. That can be gotten rid of. I've got them there. I don't think I've got a square for those at the moment. So I will need to build a square for those. Thinking I might need to just put these in here. Right, the sheer quantity of these that I've got coming through, I might just need to put them in there and not put anything else. Right down here, turrets. Turrets. Oh, I don't need those. I use laser turrets. I don't actually have a need for those turrets anywhere. I don't have any spare of these, so I won't keep them. I will keep them for a minute, but those right there, they can disappear. Those four can disappear. I've got squares. Now, I've got entire squares dedicated to to flying robot frames, so they can disappear. Ooh, wait. Those right there. Have I got more of them being made? Beacons. Beacon. I got 592 beacons. I don't think I've got any more beacons being made anywhere else. I certainly don't have a whole square of them, but my odds and ends bit... Where did I put that one? My odds and ends square. My oddities square. Where is my oddities square gone? Nope. Nope. Okay, I've got a lot of... And look at the sheer quantity of all of the iron ore that is running down through here. That's insane, isn't it? I do not have a spare one. I've got these here, but I don't have the small... The basic ones. The basic electronic inserters. I don't have those, and I also don't have beacons. Right, let's go and grab the beacons. I want to copy that one, which is in here, isn't it? There's the beacons. So we do cut for this one. And I cut the beacon out of there, like that. It's got the wrong speed modules in it. Oh well. It's not going to be a big hardship, is it? And I put 1 paste, 2 pastes, 3 pastes, just so that I've definitely got enough of those being made. Right, there's that bit done. These efficiency modules, I don't need those at all. They can just disappear. I will make more later should I ever need them again, but I don't think I will. Then I've got gear wheels in here. I don't need those because I've got an entire area dedicated now to making them. Get rid of those couple of power lines. The walls. This wall right here, at least. That can disappear. No longer need that, because I've got them being built elsewhere. Belts. That still needs to stay as it is. We're still using that one, so that one can stay right there. I've got... This is all being removed. It's going to take a minute or two to remove that. Logistic bots... They're actually now going back. Like, I'm finished with logistic bots. They seem to be doing alright. 123,000, 7.4 gigawatts on there. They've still not gotten any better. Okay, well, we've done what we can do there. Next, I'll come down here and I will start building this one here. So this is going to be green. That one's going to be red over there, I think. That's how we'll do it. So you will be green. There. Transport belt and inserter. I don't have a square for making inserters. We will need to do that. I have some inserters that are available, but I don't have squares for making them. I need 1 of each, so we will request 100 of each. Like that. 100 of them as well. Like that. And we will do a simple copy-paste run right the way through here. And yes, right, we've got requests are being filled. They are on their way. So let's run through here and fill that one, and run through there and fill that one, and then I can go through and I can set the... Yeah, that's being filled. Okay. All the robots are bringing over everything necessary to do that. Then I can go back up to here, copy that one, and run through here, and there is green science being made all the way along here, and all the way along here, and that one. Right. Green science. We will do the same over here, exactly the same, but for red science. Again, this one should be pretty quick to do. I'm going to go to there, red science. Wait a minute, what do I forget what I need now. 1 copper, 1 iron gear wheel. So that'll be pretty quick and easy. We will request 300 of each. Because why not? There. Right, 300 of each of these. There's 1 line. And another line. I got no copper. Oh. Requests are taking a while to fill up, but they are filling up. They are getting there. Look. It's just taking a minute or two to sort of figure out that it still needs to do the requests. And I drop that line into there. Okay, they are filling it up. They are doing what they're supposed to do. It's just that they're taking them a minute at times to get it all done. And then I will go into there, and we will run along like that, and we get that one done. And then we'll run along here and get that one done. Over there. Okay. Red science. We got red, we got green, we got grey, we got blue. There are 2 more science squares that we need to do. One here, which is going to be purple, and then another one over there, which is going to be yellow. Now, the great thing with the purple and the yellow science is that they do multiples when you make them. That one military science does multiples as well. You get 1 automation science pack, red, you get 1 green, you get 2 of the military science, and you get 2 of the chemical science. With these, you get 3 packs per round of ingredients. So it does make a big difference. It does sort of speed things up a little bit. Because obviously the ingredients that you are requesting for these are a lot more expensive. Right, that one in there. And that will go into there. So that is going to request productivity modules, electric furnaces, and a boatload of rails. I'm going to need to build a rail square as our next thing. I need 30 rails to 1 each of the other ones. So if I go in here and I request 600 rails, and then 1 each of these. Wait, 600 of them. That's basically is 20 of these. That's the equivalent to 20 of them and 20 of them. I've got enough there to make 20 packs, 20 sets of packs. I think that's all I will do for the request for that one. I'm not going to do any more than that. It does take how long does it take to make them? Those take 24 seconds. These take, oh, they only take 21 seconds. So they're actually faster to craft. It's a little bit strange. Well, right, well, let's run through here. Do I really want just 30? 30 doesn't seem like very many. Let's bump that up a little bit. Let's put a request of 50 of each. I think that we ought to have at least 50 of those going in, just to be on the safe side. Let it save, and then I can run back along. I'll copy and paste that through. Yeah, power is a major stabbing point at the moment. The reason that we've got so much issue with power, or one of the big reasons, is I put beacons in everything. And beacons are incredibly power hungry. Right? Look at this. Productivity plus 40%. Crafting speed plus 225%. Power consumes electricity plus 700%. Right, this is 700% additional power. That's plus 800% additional power. They use a huge amount of power to be able to make the things that we're making, because I've got everything so heavily beaconed. And that is why we end up with the problems that we end up with. Right, right-click that one. I left-clicked it. I did that wrong. And come down here. Run through here and put the purple in. And again over there. There's all of that bit done. I got a whole load of railways on their way up, but those are going to take a while. We've got 55 satellites have now launched, which means that I've got quite a few space science. Quite a few of them kicking around. Now, they stack in stacks of 1,000 space science do. Look at the robots now. Look at what we're doing. Look at how much we are stacked up, and that is because I'm short on power. Look, I've got no electricity on these roboports, and that's why I've got so many robots going into the air, because I've got no spare power. I've got none available anywhere, and we're just moving into the night time, which means that we're now down onto just the steam turbines again. This is what ends up causing us problems. Right, that's how you end up getting a huge number of problems. I've already got all of that put in, so I've got quite a lot more in the way of electricity put down. It's just not working quite how we want. So what I'm going to have to wait for is this to be put down. That little bit of landfill over there. So that I can then copy and paste the entire network of stuff that I've got over here. If I can copy out that entire thing there, then we will be able to make some decent progress. Now then. What am I going to do next? Oh, that's what I was going to do next. I've got one more thing to do here, which is the yellow science. If I can get the yellow science underway right here, then we've got a lot of science being dealt with. Right, these here, they're slowly working, but everything is painfully slow at the minute until we get that power. So as soon as I've done this one, getting power is going to have to be our next priority. I'm going to have to sort of give up at the moment for on the whole solar panel idea, and we're going to have to double the size of our nuclear power plants. Right. Right-click that and copy that into there. That's going to give me them. I need 2, 1, and 3. 2 of these. 50. 1 of them. 50. Those 2, I'll go for 100. 3, 150. There. Right. That's enough to make 50 of each. That's plenty. That's more than plenty. That is easily way more than we actually need on that. I don't need that at all. I don't need this science to be happening at all, right? This whole science thing is definitely slowing down the final conclusion of this series. I could have just left everything. We've got rockets being launched. I could have stopped it at that, and we could have just waited, boosted up those robots that are being built over here. We've got the sections being made. Not you. You down here. Right, we've got these sections being made. Once those robots are built, everything would be finished. I don't need to do any more. That's all I need to do is just build those. So I could have done that. I've chosen not to do that. I've chosen to try and at least sort of do some of the more usual stuff with a series where, with a playthrough, getting science being made. Science is kind of the big thing. It's the big drain. It's the consumption. And also, if we're to actually get the million robots in the air, I am going to need to do. I mean, of course, the other option is that I let the robots build up. I don't do anything else. I allow the robots to build, and then we get them all launched into the air all at the same time by having a massive power drain, because that works, right? A massive power drain, you've already seen, that gets robots into the air pretty quickly. And the easiest way to get the robots in the air is to put a whole load of chests down over there. If I was to put 2,000 chests down over there with massive requests for everything, that would get all the robots going into the air. Up here, I believe, I've got concrete. I do. We've got all the concrete requests going up there, so they're going to deal with that. That's what they're coping with at the moment. We've got most of the land, not the landfill, we've got most of the solar has now been put down here. I've got some more of the landfill being put over that way, and we will be getting some landfill turning up down this way reasonably soon, because I've got most of the rest of that grid been put in now. But what I'm going to do instead, because I've now finished with that, I'm going to go back in here.
Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.